Hi, I'm Dr. Alan Widener from MassageChairRelief.com, and today we are doing our April 24th Massage Chair Industry Update, our bi-weekly update on the news and notes and happenings going on in the massage chair world. Like as usual, let's begin with stock status. The Panasonic MA70 is on back order until June. They were apparently they have sold far more than they'd anticipated, and the strain is in the back order now. So wait until June. But if you do want to get one, as I always recommend with these popular chairs, order now or order soon. Don't wait until the chairs are in, because when they do come in, they may be already spoken for. The IT9800 in black is back ordered until May 1st, so another week. The iJoy 2580, HT2580 is in black, is also back ordered until early May. And Inada is good, Omega is good, Infinity, all the other chairs for Infinity and Human Touch and Panasonic are good. I might mention that Osaka, I haven't heard back from Osaka. I asked them for a stock update and I haven't received it, but I do know that the 7200H is back ordered until for another 2 to 3 weeks. And I'm not sure how their other status is. I know they were back ordered on the OS 3000. They are contemplating some style changes to that chair. So I'm not sure if the new shipment that does come in will be the different model or the different design or styling. I'm not sure, but I will, of course, keep you posted. I do have, and this is of interest to people that love the Inada Sonio, and we sell an awful lot of these chairs. They're a wonderful chair. But I have a used one. It's only a couple months old. We're selling it for $72.99. It's a cream-colored chair. It's pristine. The packaging, the person that returned it to me, the packaging it looks like it was never unpacked in the first place. It's perfectly packed, and I'm assured that it's in excellent condition and cleaned up, and it looks like a brand new chair. So if you're interested in that chair, and Inada Sonio, give me a call on my personal cell number, 801-651-2026, 801-651-2026, and I can answer questions for you about that chair or help you place the order. You got to do it over the phone because we don't have that pricing model at $72.99 price in our system, so we have to do it over the phone. So give me a call if you're interested in it. The warranty's all still good. You know, Sonio comes with a 3-year parts and labor in-home warranty. That warranty is still good, minus a couple of months that it was previously used. But let me know. It's a very, very good buy on an $8,000 chair. Speaking of Inada, Cliff Levin visited us last week. He flew in from Colorado to visit with us. He does this annually, and I really enjoy my visits with him. Cliff and I have become good friends over the years in doing business together. And we both have a very similar approach to taking care of customers and being service-oriented and doing whatever it takes to make the customer happy. And I appreciate that. And Cliff came out. We had a nice visit. We talked again about the Sonio, and I get asked this all the time by customers. Is there a new Sonio coming out? Is there an upgrade to the Sonio? Is there another model coming out that's better than the Sonio? And the answer to all those questions, and I always ask Cliff when I see him, no. They're not planning any changes to the Sonio, any of significance anyways, and they're not planning on any super model that's going to be bigger than the Sonio anytime soon. Who knows what they've got in the works for the next couple of years, but for now the Sonio is still the cat's meow. It's still their top-of-the-line chair, and they're not planning anything different. I have had some questions from customers about a chair that Inada has in Japan called a 3S, and it is a chair that is kind of like I like to call it a bit of a stripped-down Sonio, but it is not a chair that we're going to be seeing here in the U.S. As far as I'm told. So I do get a number of questions about it, though, and people are aware of that, and they are aware that Inada sells that chair in Japan, but the plans are not to have them here in the United States. But anyways, thanks, Cliff, for visiting, and thanks for buying dinner. It was awesome. Also, speaking of heads of massage chair companies, I had an opportunity to interview Mark Holmes, who is the COO of Cosia Massage Chairs. And Mark lives in Hong Kong for the most part, but lives part-time in United States because of the launch of the Cosia line over the last couple of years. And it was a 3-part interview. It was a 45-minute interview. I just divided it up into three parts, and you can see the video on YouTube, or the interview on YouTube. And you can learn a little bit more about the Cosia chairs. Cosia used to create the chairs for the Burke line of chairs, which went out of business a couple of years ago. And a couple of fellows, one U.S. fellow and Mark, who represents the company that actually manufactures the chairs in China, they pulled together to create the Cosia line, which is taking the distributors of the Burke line and some of the old models of the Burke line and adding some new models and continuing to distribute these chairs in America. And the Cosia chairs, it's a new line that we started carrying. I'm not terribly familiar with them. I haven't had a tremendous amount of feedback, but you know what they say, no news is good news. So the fact that I haven't heard too much about Cosia probably means that they're handling their business well and managing the customers well. Okay, so anyways, watch that interview if you're interested in Cosia chairs, or if you're just interested in the industry and want to hear what Mark has to say about his chairs and about the industry as a whole. Also, speaking of videos, LaRocco, who make the iRobotics chair, I think they're trying. Well, I don't think, I know that they're trying hard to break into the massage chair market. The iRobotics chair is a nice chair. There are some real benefits of having a chair that's made in the United States because the quality control is better and it's quicker. We can have changes made in an instant, and I think I talked a couple weeks ago about how they made a change to the remote control that I had on my chair here in Utah because it kept shorting out. And they were able to make a minor change, send the new remote, and now the chair works wonderfully. We haven't had a problem since. So, but anyways, LaRocco put out a video, excuse me, a video that introduces them, that introduces the viewer to LaRocco and who they are and what they're about and their history and what they're doing now. It's a good video. Anyways, I posted it on my blog. So if you can take a look at, go to my website and take a look at the blog, you can watch that video and get a feeling for who LaRocco is and who the people are that are behind this iRobotics 6 chair, which, as I've mentioned before, is the first chair considered to be U.S. made, even though the body and the frame and 31% of the chair is created in China. It's imported here. The mechanical components, the electrical components, the computer components are all made here, and the assembly is done here. And so it is a 61% U.S., 39% Chinese made chair. But a nice chair, and the great thing is that they do everything here in the United States, so they have a much greater, there's much quicker leeway with the quality control. Also might mention that Human Touch received some ADEX awards, which are is it the artistic design? I can't remember exactly what ADEX stands for. Let me just check and see if I can find that here. ADEX stands for Awards for Design Excellence. And they received an award, a gold award for their Zero G 4.0, a silver award for their Zero G 2.0, and I believe they received the platinum or the top award for one of their perfect chairs. So congratulations to Human Touch. They're a good company. I really enjoy the people there. They're just all about massage chairs, and they design nice chairs, very nice chairs, and engineer nice chairs. And as I've mentioned in the previous video, I really have come to like the Zero G 4.0. I love the intensity of it. I love the simplicity of it. I love the design of it, the functionality of it. I love the technology of it. So congratulations to Human Touch on those wonderful awards. I wrote a couple of blog articles this last week. In one of them I'm talking about the length of the roller track. So the rollers in the back of a massage chair are on a track, and that track extends from the neck down to the low back. Well, some are 24 inches long, some are 31 inches long, and the rest are in between. But the longest we have is a 31-inch track. We see that on the Osaki 7075R and the Panasonic MA70. But they both, and I talk about this in the article, so I won't go into it in great detail here, but in the article I talk about how the MA70 feels like the rollers are going lower in the low back than they do on the Osaki OS 7075. The track is the same length; it's 31 inches. But the reason, but there's a reason. But the rollers do go lower in the Panasonic. You feel it down lower in the buttocks, and the reason is the zero gravity function. And you'll probably wonder why, and I won't go into it. But go ahead and read the article. I wrote it earlier this week, and it talks about how zero gravity and the tilt of the seat affects the way the rollers can reach the low back. But that's a good article, and it explains a lot about the way these roller tracks work. Now, also, I did another article, and I had a lot of fun with this article. I just wrote it last night, but I've been working on the research for it, the data for it, for the last week. I had a customer email me about 3 weeks, no, maybe 4 weeks ago, and asked me he was asking me about the Sonio, and if the Sonio was a quiet enough chair that if he had it in his bedroom and his wife was asleep next to him and he was watching TV or whatever, and would the chair be loud enough that or quiet enough that it wouldn't wake up his wife? And I thought, well, that's an interesting. I've never been asked that question before, so I ran down to the showroom and I listened to the chair and I thought, well, yeah, it seems quiet. Because you don't think of half of these things when people ask them, because I've never thought of that before, so I never really knew how to answer them. So I went down to the showroom and I listened to the chair, and the chair, yeah, it seems quiet, but I didn't. The thought came to my mind: how do you quantitatively measure that? Well, a customer of mine, Phil Runke, came in a couple weeks later, and he's from Illinois, and he was in town visiting to check out the massage chairs, and I posed this question from this other customer to him, and Phil has got some history with tools and measuring and scientific data evaluation and gathering, and so he had the idea of downloading an app on my iPhone, or not on my iPhone, but on my Droid, on my cell phone, that is a sound meter or a something that'll measure the decibels of whatever it is that you're trying to measure. So I downloaded this app, and I turned it on. And I could measure, how many decibels my voice was measuring, how many decibels a chair was measuring. And so I thought, this is fantastic. Why don't we create a little study and measure the how loud each chair is? And so that's what I did. So it took me a few days to gather the data, because I spent up to 5 minutes on each chair, and then of course had to deal with some ambient noise and deal with some of the parameters that were affecting the study. But I basically came out with some ranges for each, or a range for each of these chairs that we tested, and we tested 11 out of the 14 chairs in our showroom. And I put that data in a blog post just last night. Last night's the 23rd. So I posted that data last night, and you can take a look at it. It's kind of cool. I never ever thought of doing something like that. So I'd like to thank the customer that asked about how quiet the Sonio was. But now you can find out for sure which of these chairs is the most quiet, and which one is the noisiest, and which one, and what contributes to the noise. And anyways, take a look at it. It's a great little article. It's just a little research study on the sound levels of a certain massage chair. So if that's a concern to you, that you want to have the quietest chair around, we'll take a look at the data, and that will give you a good idea. Okay, I think that is just about everything that we have this week. If you have any questions, feel free to give me a call. I'm always available. You can reach me at our toll-free number, 888-259-5380. You can visit the website, massagechairrelief.com. You can check us out on Facebook or Twitter. And by the way, if you find these videos helpful, this information helpful, please feel free to like us on Facebook and on YouTube, or share us on Facebook or on Twitter. And please subscribe to our channel, our YouTube channel, because as I put out these subsequent videos about updates or about other massage chairs and the reviews we do of them, you will be notified of those, and then you can follow up and check out what we've got cooking. But we really do appreciate you visiting here today. We look forward to seeing you in 2 more weeks. I'm Dr. Alan Widener from Massage Chair Relief, and have a fantastic day. We'll see you. Bye-bye.